All right, now that you have been walked through the steps of the toggle effect, it's time for the demonstration. It's time for you to experience the power of the toggle effect. The first thing I want you to do is think about a problem that you know is attached to stress. Every time you think about this issue, you know the stress that will come up. It can be anything. It can be depression, it can be guilt, it can be fear or anger. But I want you to take a few moments and actually think about the problem in worst case scenario terms so you activate the stress connected to that problem. I'm going to give you a few moments to actually think about it. Now that you have your negative emotions stirred up, I want you to now take your mind off of the problem itself and focus right on the negative emotion. With your eyes closed, I want you to focus on it as if you could see it. Does it have color? Does it have shape? Does it have texture? You can even internally address your emotions saying fear or anger, I'm going to look right at you. This allows the center of your awareness to zero right in on the emotional system, the actual stuff that emotion is made of. As you focus on it, and now you are connected right to the emotion, now comes the time for the shift. You're going to treat your mind like a vacuum cleaner. You're going to draw this negative emotion right into the center of your awareness. It'll feel a little bit like drinking a milkshake through a straw. You want to pull it right into the center of your mind. It'll get tighter and tighter. It's going to get more intense. Keep pulling it in. That happens right before the shift. Pull it in deeper. Keep pulling it in. Pull it in deeper until you feel a distinct release. Once you feel that release, you're going to get a pause for a few moments. And within a few seconds, then another negative emotion will likely rise right up. You won't even have to be thinking about anything. Don't let yourself be distracted by this emotion. Focus right on it. Don't be distracted by the story of this emotion. Instead, focus right on it. I want you to repeat exactly the same process. Focus on it as if you could see it, and then pull it into the center of your awareness. Again, it will slightly intensify right before it goes through the shift. Pull it in deeper. Keep pulling it in, one wave after another. If a third emotion arises, repeat the process and keep pulling everything in until your mind completely relaxes. Pull it in deeper. Once your mind goes through the full shift, it should relax for a good 15, 20, maybe even 30 seconds. Then you are finished with the actual process. Then it is time to come back and think about the problem again. Think about it in the same terms you thought about it before. If the process had created a shift in your emotional system, then that memory will not bring up the same feeling. You can have the same memory, but it just won't feel the same. That's the indicator that that negative emotional stress has gone through the shift. It has transformed into a high frequency. And now, if you pay attention, you'll notice that your mind will start formulating some new insights. You will gain some new strategies. You will have some solutions to problems you hadn't had before. This is what the mind does when it is activated by a positive emotional state. Congratulations, you have just experienced the toggle effect. This will give you more room to move in your own mind. Now, people have asked, what happens if that fear comes back? When I've toggled it once, does that mean it's gone forever? What I'm teaching you here is not so much a cure for the emotional system, but an understanding of the emotional system and how it works in high and low frequencies. And then, of course, understanding how you can, at will, change the frequency of any emotional stress anytime. Once you shift the stress, you're going to feel like you have more room in your mind to roam. You will be able to think about problems a little bit more creatively without the stress coming up. It gives you more space. So now we are going to go through the review. Your emotions are indeed energy, and that energy functions in high and low frequencies. You just experienced the toggle effect, where you can actually shift those frequencies. You brought up the low frequency negative emotion, you focused on it, and you pulled it into the center of your awareness, and then it shifted into the higher frequency. This is a relaxed state. In the high frequencies is where the mind and the body begin to heal. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. This is the toggle effect. If you want to take this technique a little farther, then I encourage you to take a look at our other courses: the emotional mechanics, goal application, conflict resolution, health, and pain applications. So thank you very much for joining us for the Toggle Effect Stress Management Program. If you want more information, please join us for other workshops or pick up a copy of The Toggle Effect. Unleash the power of your inner self by bringing your emotions into balance. This book outlines the actual discovery and development of the Toggle Effect program. So look for The Toggle Effect on Amazon.com or in your nearest bookstore. Thank you very much.